with the way written history managed to somehow get corrupted before we get a hold of it, it's comforting to know that we have in our time a man of the scholarly stature of our next speaker, a truthful and honest historian. He holds a bachelor's degree in history from Harvard, as well as a master's in philosophy and a PhD from Columbia University. He is the recipient of several awards and prizes, including the $50,000 prize, first prize, in the 206 Templeton Enterprise Awards for his famous book, The Church and the Market. He is a contributor to 6 encyclopedias and is currently the Senior Fellow in History at the Mises Institute. His topic for today is well suited for him: Grading the Fed, a historian's scorecard. He's also the author of 11 books. Meltdown, written in 2009, and The Politically Incorrect Guide to American History are New York Times bestsellers. He has appeared on Glenn Beck, Fox News channels, Hannity and Combs, Fox and Friends, and The Big Story with John Gibson, as well as on MSNBC's Scarborough Country and C-SPAN 2 Book TV. He's been a guest on over 150 radio programs, including Fox News Live with Alan Combs, the G. Gordon Liddy Show, and the Michael Medved Show. Brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This man is a dynamic speaker. Welcome, Tom Woods.
The date was January 30th, 2008. It was the last of the major Republican presidential debates. 4 candidates remained sitting around a table: Mitt Romney, John McCain, Mike Huckabee, and Ron Paul. And here's how the debate went. Romney: John, I thought you said you planned to withdraw 10,000 troops from Afghanistan in 5 years. McCain: Now, Mitt, you know I didn't say that. I said it's 9,500 troops I'm going to withdraw in the next 9 years, and I will not have you impugn my record in this way. It went on like this for 2 hours. Back and forth over inanities, trivialities that in no way questioned the policy itself, but had to do with utterly insignificant differences in strategy. And finally, Ron Paul spoke up and said, "What? Am I in some kind of insane asylum here? Like, people consider this to be a debate, and all you're doing is arguing about who's going to withdraw how many troops when? How about asking, is the policy wise in the first place? Why don't we ask a real question for a change?" Then, after the debate was over, we get the commentary. And who is always giving his commentary, and yet has no following to speak of? David Gergen. You know David Gergen? There's nobody in the world who feels strongly about this guy. You've never met anybody who said, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait, David Gergen's coming to speak. I'm dropping everything. I gotta go meet him." And yet, he's everywhere somehow. I don't know how he does it. You have to hand it to him. He has no personality to speak of, and yet he dominates, utterly dominates these post-debate commentaries. David, what did you think was the highlight of tonight's debate? Now, what would a normal person say? A normal person would say, well, the highlight was when finally, after decades of these mind-numbing, inane debates, somebody finally said, The emperor has no clothes. These debates are about nothing. Why don't we debate something of substance? That's what a normal person would have said. No, Gergen's response was, well, I think the highlight was when Mitt Romney questioned how many troops John McCain. It is like we're living in a giant insane asylum. Which is why one of my favorite characters from literature comes from the Douglas Adams Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy series, and of course I'm referring to Wonko the Sane. Wonko the Sane's view was that the whole world was indeed a giant insane asylum, except where he was. So if you were walking around in the world, he referred to you as being inside the asylum. But if you were in his building, you were outside the asylum. Right now, for this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, you have the great privilege of being outside the asylum.